Will we have any surprises? Or will it go as predicted? Let's talk this year's acting nominations at the Oscars. Hello, 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 and welcome back to the channel, The Parker's Couch. Make sure you take care of business and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share with your friends. Today, we're going to be talking acting nominations in the Oscars. My last video was dedicated to the Best Picture and my thoughts on the Best Picture nominees and who would take it or who I wanted to take it. So go and check that out if you haven't already. Now we're gonna get into talking the acting roles and what I think is gonna happen, who I enjoyed this season. Just give you my predictions. So everything you need to know about this year's acting nominees, we will discuss. And make sure that you put in your brain, go ahead and mark it down right now, that me and Quentin Ware, the fashion doll, and I'm sure my brother, another part we represent 2/3 of the Parker's Couch. And should be joining us as well, and probably our homeboy Dave is going to join us too. Who's Quentin's homeboy and our homeboy too, to talk the Oscars live on the red carpet. So make sure you tune into that. Stay tuned into the channel so you know the times and just follow along as we follow the carpet leading up to the Oscars and enjoy that time together. All right, with all that said, let's get right down to it and talk these Oscar nominations in acting. Now, we're going to talk lead actors and supporting role. Let's start with the supporting role, and let's go ladies first. You know, it is ladies first, so we're going to talk about actress in a supporting role. Now, I will say for supporting actor and actress, I don't think there's any doubt who's winning. If you've been following this award season, there are there are two people, one from each category here, for actor and actress, who have dominated, completely dominated, like won nearly every time they were nominated this award season. In supporting actress and actor. One thing I want to establish before we get into this, can we redefine or define what a support in that role is? Because it's so unweighted. You have some people nominated in this category who are doggone lead actors in their movie. I would say more than a supporting role. Or they're on there just if they have less time than one of the lead actors, it's like a minute less or two or something like that. You could barely feel it. And then there's some who have like five lines, maybe in the supporting actress role or actor role. So I'm really confused at the criteria and what we are basing support on. But let's go ahead and start with the actress. And the nominees are Monica Barbero for A Complete Unknown, Ariana Grande for Wicked, Felicity Jones for The Brutalist, Isabella Rossellini for Conclave, and Zoe Saldana for Amelia Perez. Now, I'm going to start with those who have no shot. I really think this is a one person race, but for the sake of entertainment, I'm going to say it's a two-person race. So I'm going to start with the three people who have no chance of winning in my eyes. Monica Barbero for A Complete Unknown. She played Joan in that film. If you saw my thoughts on Best Picture as far as A Complete Unknown, I really don't. It was very generic to me. I didn't think any of the acting was bad. Like I said, this whole season, I feel like everybody really put on decent performances. It's nothing really memorable about Joan for me in this. Like, where is Margaret Qualley? That's what I want to know. Where's Margaret Qualley? Because that is a supporting actress right there for The Substance, who should have been nominated. Who was on there just about as equal as much as Demi and had an integral part of that movie and was phenomenal. Like I'm really confused here. But okay, people are falling in love with A Complete Unknown. It's racking up all these wins, especially later on in this award season. I personally don't get it, don't understand, but maybe I stand alone in that, and maybe some of you are like, what are you talking about? I really love that movie. So if you're one of those people, well, I apologize because I was not that much of a fan. But no, I don't think Monica Barbero has any shot of winning. But a nomination is a win. Felicity Jones, I don't think she has a shot in winning with the Brutalist. She hasn't been talked about really this award season or her role, but I thought she was really good. She showed different dynamics, different emotions and everything. She carried you through. She had some pivotal moments in the film that would be memorable to you if you've seen it, and especially when one of the discoveries of the shock and all that happened in the film, and when she confronts people on it. So I appreciate this nomination, but it really hasn't been a strong campaign season for her. Yeah, the Brutalist, yes, in general, but specifically her role, no, I don't think she has a shot. And Isabella Rossellini, even though Conclave is getting immense love and stuff lately, and it's becoming one of those I guess front runner. Well, I don't want to say front runners, becoming a strong possibility of a Best Picture nominee, and they've been winning for ensemble class in terms of acting, and they have people both in supporting and lead nominations here this award season. I, she wasn't on there a lot. Her role was really minimal, but it is support, so I understand that. I just don't think there's any chance of her winning. Once again, where is Margaret Qualley? Okay. The two-person race, I will put this to Ariana Grande. Now, Ariana turned it, y'all. She turned it out in Wicked. If you have not seen Wicked, if you have your doubts of Ariana Grande and what she can do, like she was stunning. This whole movie, like she is Galinda. She was funny, witty. Her timing was great. Her nonverbals, everything she was given, her mannerisms, her facial expressions, she was very strong in this movie. Like I would be over the moon if Ariana Grande took this home as supporting actor, because she was my favorite of this list. To be honest, she is my favorite listed on here for supporting actress. And even with Margaret Qualley, who I thought was very strong in the substance, even if she was up here, I still would have went Ariana Grande. So in my mind, I'm making it a two woman race here. And even though Wicked has picked up some steam, I think they're gaining some traction from what Amelia Perez lost, which they should have been up above Amelia Perez anyway. I don't think she's going to win, but it would be a joy. But praise God, the Oscars are getting something right. What I'm hearing with the reports, and her and Cynthia are going to perform at this year's Oscars. So that would be a treat to see. As far as who will win, and I mean, if I was a betting man, if y'all know me, y'all know I am a betting man. But if I did place a bet on the Oscars right here, I would say there is I would put about everything on Zoe. Zoe has wrapped up everything in this category this whole award season. I don't agree that she's a supporting actress. I mean, the story is really framed around her just as much as it is Carla. And she is such an integral part to the film. It's really hard to, it's like a co-lead kind of with me with this. So support is a really strong hard sell for me with this with Zoe. I thought she was great. Y'all know I hated the film. If you see my review on Best Picture, spoiler alert, I was not a fan. But her acting, I like Zoe. And I talk about this with some of my friends. I kind of stand in that camp. I'm on the side camp because we know Zoe can be a little problematic with some things that she does. But I do enjoy her movies, and I think she is a good actress. She is, and I enjoy the stuff that she's in. And she did great. She did a really great job. Like her being nominated is worthy. I guess I just enjoy Wicked so much better. I just feel like Ariana was stronger. in terms of support and who really, when I think about supporting the main lead and Ariana supporting Cynthia, it just makes so much sense. Besides Zoe supporting Carla, when I feel like they're both kind of leads in this, I don't know, but we need to redefine what a support is. So Zoe, she's gonna take it, y'all. If she doesn't, I'd be would be totally surprised. Okay, in terms of supporting actor in a role, we have your nominees: your Borisov for Nora, Kieran Culkin for Real Pain, Edward Norton, A Complete Unknown, Guy Pearce, The Brutalist, and Jeremy Strong, The Apprentice. Now, this one, y'all, this one is a one-person race. I can't even make up something about it being anything other than a one-person race. I am gonna talk, but I'll let you know who I enjoyed in this, and I'll let you know my thoughts on the lead for this and who has been rocking up award after award after award. If you haven't been watching this award season, for their role here as a supporting actor. But let's talk about the ones that won't have a chance. You're a Borisov, Honora. I just haven't. I haven't heard any buzz around his performance and stuff. In Honora, I thought Honora, it was a fine movie. It was okay. I feel like a lot of people enjoyed it way more than I personally enjoyed it. But I did think the acting was good, as I stated, and his performance as Igor in the movie, he did well. He did well. It's just nothing. It's not an Academy Award winning performance. Edward Norton, I love me some Edward Norton. He has been one of my favorite actors for a long time, and especially love American History X. That's when I really started to enjoy Edward Norton. And also in Fight Club, that's I really enjoyed him in that, and so many things. But so Edward can really do no wrong for me in his role as Pete Seeger in the movie A Complete Unknown. He did phenomenal because he's Edward Norton. So I have no problem with him being nominated. A win? No, not gonna happen. Guy Pearce. I feel like he was such an integral part of the Brutalist. So his nomination does definitely make sense. I'm really kind of surprised that there wasn't more buzz around him as far as the Brutalist, and especially with how well it's done within this award season. But yeah, he just has not seen the love like that in the same way. But he played, but what's the name? Oh yeah, Harrison Lee Van Buren Sr. in the movie. I had to look up his name real quick, his name in the movie. I couldn't remember who he played. I remember his role, but I couldn't remember the name off my head. But he did a phenomenal job. Guy Pearce was a very strong, integral part of the movie, and it made sense for this nomination to be, and it's deserved. Will he win? No, it just has not been there for him this award season. Now, one of my favorites, and no one has talked about this movie. It's just an honor to be nominated. Um, Jeremy Strong in The Apprentice. If you have not seen The Apprentice, he plays Roy Cohn, the lawyer who kind of makes Donald Trump who he is. Jeremy was phenomenal. I'm like really surprised that this has not been talked about a lot. Like the way The Apprentice movie, it really didn't receive a lot of press. It didn't make a lot of money. It was in and out. It was kind of a throwaway. They lost money, I believe, but they got rewarded here at the Oscars in both categories, lead and supporting actor, and they are both well deserved for the movie, because I thought the movie was great. First of all, and Jeremy Strong performance, he had the dynamics. He played this character so well. Roy Cohn, it was an introduction into who Roy Cohn is, and I thought he was phenomenal with that. I enjoyed it. I really did. He doesn't have a shot. now in winning. But his Succession co-star, Kieran Culkin, is gonna walk away with this as he's won everything this award season for A Real Pain. Now, if you haven't seen A Real Pain, it follows these two cousins. Jesse Eisenberg plays his cousin. You know Jesse Eisenberg. All right, I made my comments about what I think about them too in a minute. But they're cousins and they go on this trip to Poland in honor of their grandmother. I believe it's grandmother or great grandmother. I believe it's grandmother. Yeah, grandmother who passed away. And they go on this Jewish kind of Holocaust tour and stuff and going through the history. But Kieran Culkin's character has a lot of issues, as Kieran Culkin's characters always do. And they kind of resurface and stuff on this trip. So it's kind of their dynamic. Can we be honest about something? We say this about a lot of people sometimes, but I never hear this about Kieran Culkin. But I feel like he is the same person all the time. All the time. Like now, like later in this adult life and everything going on, all the movies is like this. Woe is me, down and out, like weird, druggy, kind of aloof character who's in it. I don't know. It's always this same kind of dynamic. I just need to see him challenge himself more as an actor. Like for me, for lately, it just seems like the same kind of stuff. And this is another one. And then also in that same line, thinking of Jesse Eisenberg, he definitely plays the same person too. So you can imagine what this movie is already. But I will say he was great. He was great because I do enjoy him as an actor and stuff. I think he is a wonderful actor. So I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying, like, can we just be honest? We'll go ahead and reward him here. He's gonna get this, but I need to see him step it up. And he is definitely given lead character energy in this movie more than support. As playing Benji, that was his name in this one, as the cousin there. So he's gonna easily walk away with this. If he doesn't, I would be super surprised. Like really surprised if this doesn't happen for him. Yeah, my betting money on anything in the Oscars, Zoe and Carrion locks for their categories. All right, let's talk about lead role, which I thought was a lock before, but it is becoming more and more interesting of what could possibly happen. So, in terms of actresses in the leading role, we have Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, Carla Sofia Gascon for Amelia Perez, and Mikey Madison for Nora, Demi Moore for The Substance, and Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here. Now, I'm gonna say this is a four-person race. Before I thought Demi was gonna run away with this hands down the way the award season was going. She is still the favorite. Like I think Demi is still the favorite. She still has to be dethroned from this. But we started off the award season with Fernanda Torres picking up steam with the Golden Globes win. She didn't really do too much after that Golden Globe, but that was a big win for her. Mikey Madison has been pulling some wins recently, and she's racked up some. We also have Cynthia Erivo, who has not really been awarded, but Wicked is picking up some steam. And I'm wondering if there's a way she could slide in here. I think what's going to work against Wicked and against Cynthia, both Cynthia and Ariana, is that there's a part two coming. And I feel like people are kind of waiting to that part two. We kind of saw this with Lord of the Rings. That kind of happened with them. And some other things. I think that's going to happen with Dune, too, because we know there's another part of Dune that's coming. So that's going to do some more things with them. I I just feel like that may be in the back of the mind of some of the voters. But Cynthia is doggone well deserving. If she did win, like she for there's so many people, including myself, who are not Wicked fans or didn't know anything about Wicked, never saw the Broadway play, just saw the musical. Man, on the film. I'm sorry, didn't see the Broadway musical, but saw the film musical. Just saw that only, and became Wicked fans. And that's thanks to Cynthia and Ariana primarily, right there. Cynthia was phenomenal in this lead role. So if she won it, I would be happy. I don't think she's going to, but I'm including her in the four-person race. Mikey Madison, she look, I was not that much of an Honora fan, but Mikey Madison did extremely well. Like she was great. So with her picking up some wins and stuff this award season, I am not mad at all. Honora is becoming one of those favorites for a best picture too as well. And their campaign has really been pretty strong. And Mikey Madison was great. Can I see her winning? I can. Do I think it would happen? I don't. But she is a possibility. Fernanda Torres. Now, this was an active performance, y'all. She carried you through layers. I mean, we saw the progression. She just had all the subtleties. She carried the film. Like she was great. That went for her. I didn't see the movie until later into the award season. Whenever she won the Golden Globe, I was like, oh, I need to go check this out and see this. But she was great. I don't think she will win. I feel like it's kind of lost some steam. I'm still here, but well deserved nomination. If she won it, I would not be mad. I don't think it's going to happen because I think Demi Moore is going to pull it off. Now, Demi has been given, this shouldn't really matter, but it kind of does. I think she's been given some phenomenal speeches for her wins. And I think that kind of sets a precedent and stuff for the Oscars. It kind of gives you something of what to expect and it fits the Oscar mood, and she is a legend. And she's finally getting recognized for all these years in the business. It just really feels like right. Now, we thought it was going to be right last year for Angela Bassett for this, but then they played in our faces with Jamie Lee Curtis, which I could say, I mean, I guess she's also a long-time Hollywood person, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that should have been Angela's win. Um, I don't think they're gonna play in Demi's face though. With this, I think she's gonna. I think she's still going to pull it out. But I'm just telling you, I'm not as confident as I was, say, a month ago for this. So if she didn't win, I wouldn't be all the way shocked here because the tides have changed a little bit. But I'm going Demi for the win, and it's hard because her Margaret. Well, no, she is the lead. Demi is the lead though, and I would say I think that is appropriate. So she won it. It would not be wrong because she gave a great performance. Was it the best actress performance out of these? No, I would. No shade. I might put a fourth in those top four. Once I think about it, I'll put Fernanda and Cynthia. It's between them two for the top for me. And then I probably put Mikey Madison and then Demi Moore in terms of acting. I mean, Demi was fine. I think she's a fine enough actress, but she's not stellar and stuff to me. Don't shoot me for that. All right. But I think she will win it. Now, actors. Finally, let's wrap it up with the actors in the leading role. We have Adrian Brody for The Brutalist, Timothy Chalamet for A Complete Unknown, Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing, Ralph Fiennes for Conclave, and Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice. Now, this one I'm going to say is now a three-man race. I didn't see that coming before. Adrian Brody was running away with everything, and he still won far more than anyone else. But Timothy Chalamet has picked up some wins recently that were nice and big wins for him. Conclave is getting all this love. Ralph Fiennes has a great Hollywood story too as well, so there's some room in the tank there for him. Let me just start off with the two that don't have a chance, but were actually my two favorite actor performances of this season for the ones listed. Coleman Domingo and Sing Sing. If you haven't seen Sing Sing, it's about Devon G, who was wrongfully incarcerated, and he finds kind of healing through the theater production program that they have in the jail. And this is based off of a true story. So you have a mix of real life inmates or people who were in this program playing roles in this movie, and then you have unknown actors as well. And Coleman's definitely the star. I love Coleman Domingo. Like, he is killing the scene. He got honor with a nomination last year for Bayard Rustin, which the movie Rustin was much noted, much deserved. He's not going to win, but he has some things coming up in the tank that I think is going to be really phenomenal for him, and give him a chance. Right now, that resume is building, and we're going to see Coleman Domingo with an Oscar, no doubt. Like, he is one of my favorite actors. He plays different levels. I feel like he gives you different speeds. He gives you different emotions. He's just a great actor. And what he has coming up, I believe he's playing Nat King Cole. And he's going to be directing that one and starring in it. He's playing that one. That's going to be a biopic that's right now in pre-production. I believe that's going to be a bit change for him, or a chance for him. And he's also going to be, I heard, in a movie about Michael Jackson. I think that's in post-production right now, called Michael, where he's going to play Joe Jackson. So that should be interesting. There might be some supporting actor nominees right there in the future with him. He's in another movie that's coming out that's in production right now next year. That's gonna be that's called The Running Man. I'm not sure what it's about, but I'm sure he's gonna be great in it. So he's booked and busy. He's gonna be in Euphoria again, or I believe he's still in it. I might be making that up, y'all, because I didn't keep up with it with Euphoria, but I know he had won an Emmy as a guest person in that. So I assume he's still going to be in the future ones that's coming. He's in the Steven Spielberg production that's going to be coming up. He has some stuff down in the pipe, and Coleman was phenomenal in this movie. I thought Scene Scene could have been better. I would have been mad if it made it to a Best Picture nominee, because we could have replaced some of those, to be honest. But his role, great. My other favorite performance was from Sebastian Stan as Donald Trump in The Apprentice. Give it up for Bucky. Bucky had two great performances this year. One for A Different Man, which is also Oscar nominated for makeup category, which it should be. And he's now nominated for The Apprentice. He won actually for A Different Man at the Golden Globes to start off the season. So he has an award already this award season. I think his award is being nominated for the Oscar, but he played Donald, like, he gave subtleties of Donald Trump, and starting off Donald Trump, he helped you grow. He grew Donald Trump into the Donald Trump we know today, and how it kind of got there, and a less confident Trump growing into this overly confident Trump, led by Jeremy Strong's character of Roy Cohn. It's a great film, y'all. If you haven't seen it, go and check out The Apprentice. And I thought Sebastian Stan was really strong in it. He's had a great 2024. And I'm excited to see kind of what's left for him in the tank and what he's going to do, because he's moved out of this Marvel phase right now as Bucky, and he is showing that he can definitely do it all and play different kind of roles here in Hollywood. So I look forward to kind of see what he's gonna do next, because I enjoyed him this season in terms of movies. So whatever's coming up, maybe some Sebastian Stan fans could let me know in the chat what he has coming up for us in 2025. All right. So the other three, who is two? Timothy Chalamet. He wrapped up a win at the SAGs for A Complete Unknown. I thought he was great playing Bob Dylan. And for him to be singing the music and this stuff, and It was a great acting performance from Timothy. He's becoming like a Hollywood darling. If you kind of notice it, I was noticing too, even from his SNL hosting show that he did, and they was making the joke about always being nominated and never winning, which was actually hilarious that they did there. I think he is becoming that new Hollywood star. I didn't really see that coming from him, but it is happening. So I think his time is gonna come. I don't think it's gonna be now. I thought he did great in this role, even though I didn't enjoy the movie. That's me personally. But, I'm fine with him being nominated. As far as who has the biggest chance to upset Adrian Brody, I think it'd be Ralph Fiennes for Conclave. Now, while I don't think might be a little bit shady, but it wasn't anything too phenomenal. I felt about Ralph Fiennes' role, like he was kind of like the same whispery, quiet kind of tone throughout the whole film itself. I thought it was just a strong acting ensemble, and they are winning that. I thought everybody collectively worked well together, and it fit. Just pointing him out singularly, I don't think it's really that strong to win an Oscar, but could it happen? It could. Just the way that this love is kind of coming for Conclave. So he has a chance. I do think this is Adrian Brody's to lose. Adrian Brody was phenomenal. I enjoyed him in The Brutalist. The Brutalist was just so long, but he was great. He was great. I would not take anything away. And him, I believe he actually learned Hungarian, or there's using dialect coaches and all this stuff for some of the speaking roles there. It was a solid film, and him winning it will be appropriate. It would not be like a bad performance of anyone winning, so I wouldn't be upset if he won. Was not my favorite. As I told you, my two favorites was Coleman and Sebastian for this season. I think this is Adrian's to lose for him to take it. So if I recap, I think Adrian Brody is going to win lead actor, Demi Moore, lead actress, Zoe Saldana, supporting actress, and Kieran Culkin for supporting actor. I think the support is a lock. The lead actor and actress, I don't know. We're going to have to wait till Oscar night, because I feel like those two have a chance of flipping and not being what we exactly think. All right. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and feel free to disagree with anything I pointed out about these movies, or maybe it's something you enjoyed more than I did or less than I did. All right. But till next time, y'all, really just pay attention to the couch and everything we have going on as we're getting into gear for this 2025. And I look forward to sharing more videos with you. Thank you for your support. Love you much. See you later, Turtle Tots.